Hey Ringside crew, welcome to the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. And now here's your host, Joe, Panther the Third.
Hello there, wrestling fans. Welcome to another episode of the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I am Joe Panther the Third. Man, what a year we've had so far. It's the third season, not the fourth season, but we'll roll with the punches. But today I have a young lady that has been doing. She's not a wrestler, but she's an artist like my buddy Joe Alphabet that's done many of my awesome Dudes at Ringside podcast logos. This young lady, she made something. I met her last year and she drew a picture of me and my sister, Sassy Chica. She has done this awesome pop, which matchy, twinsy situation. She's done this pop of my grandfather, the man that made me love professional wrestling. This pop. And she also made a pop of a young lady from the North Carolina area. Almost broke it. Everything's falling. This right here, lovely one of Miss Rose. So today we have a guest. Let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside podcast welcome to Tracy the Pop Creator. Welcome, Dudes at Ringside. Welcome.
Hey. My cat.
And there goes the cat. We love our feline friends, dogs and cats here living together, mass hysteria. But Tracy, if my internationally known pro wrestling fans are not familiar with you, and why would they will not be, introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Tracy. I'm from North Carolina.
Awesome.
And
sorry.
yeah.
Sorry. So we have a feline friend with us. What's your cat's name?
She's Neva. That's her name. That's actually, I adopted her about like a year ago at my local shelter, and that was the name she came with. And she's a bit of a handful. She was shy, but now she will let me know when she is upset. Right now, she is upset. She is biting the heck out of my hand.
So when did you get into drawing? Like, did you start when you were in like elementary school? When was the first time you started drawing?
In elementary school. At that time I was going through a phase where I just didn't have any friends at that time. And so I just kind of, just fell in love with art. Because we would always do like music, PE, and then when we got to the art class, I was like, I really like this class.
So you did art in like high school and everything. Was there any particular like genre that you were drawing that you got stuck to, that you said, I'm just gonna keep drawing this certain thing?
Yeah, it's silhouette drawings, where it's nothing but shadow drawings and then like a color background. Pretty much anybody can do those, because they're really simple.
Awesome. So you have done some like amazing art. Now you're doing like professional wrestlers from like the lucha community and some wrestlers from the regular wrestling without the masks. So who was one of the very first wrestlers you ever drew?
Well, I started the lucha series about like in 2022, March 2022. I drew this one from AAA called Mr. Iguana. Yeah.
I think I remember him.
He carries like La Yeska, the puppet, and then he's got like green. Yeah.
There's one guy, I don't know if you're familiar with, not Rey Mysterio, he's another Rey.
Yeah.
He has the Rey mask with the horns. I don't know if you ever heard of him.
I've noticed there's like other people that do try to imitate the Rey Mysterio from WWE. I know that one.
Yeah, I can't think of his name.
But I don't think I've ever seen the one with the horns.
Yeah, I have to send you his Instagram. He's weird because I had to get him on. His English wasn't that good. And then he followed us. And I was just like, I'll take a follow. Just take a follow. So have you, like, with the independent wrestling scene on a resurgent, as I said like a few weeks ago, like, have you had a chance to attend any like indie shows in your area?
No, I want to, but like with my work schedule and everything, because I work a 12-hour shift constantly. Um, but I've always watched it on TV, YouTube, and stuff like that. But I do want to always, like attend a show one day. But when
Awesome.
I find time, that
And
is.
you
Yeah.
also you don't just do drawings. You make pops. Like you made me and my grandfather, and you have Miss Rose that I have here in my room right now. So who was the very first
hmm
pop you ever made?
My very first pop I made was my most favorite wrestler from Mexico, Crazy King.
Ooh.
This one.
Ooh, I love that one.
He's a deathmatch fighter. Yeah, he sticks the middle finger up a lot now. I based him off of his when he debuted in Japan. He had like the blue hair, um, green and purple, and he had like white pants. Um, because he's also a Dragon Ball fan, and I am too. My favorite Dragon Ball characters are Piccolo and Android 18. I don't know what his is though.
You could always ask. Like I know a lot of these wrestlers like must be really hard to get in touch with to like send them their like pictures or pops. Is it hard to get in touch with some of these people after you draw them or before you draw them? Do you have to send a message saying your name and tweet what and you draw and stuff like that?
Well, I use a translator app because I'm currently trying to learn Spanish. And so I just like what is it? Write out what I want to say in English, and then it translates to Spanish, and then I copy paste it, and that's how I'm able to communicate with them. Which I know it's kind of like a loophole and cheating, but I'm trying to learn Spanish.
Don't worry, Dudes at Ringside, we do that on Instagram all the time. So it's not cheating. Joe Panther the Third does it to get in any of our interviews. Um, so when you do get in contact with these people, the wrestlers, like I do, when they get my interviews, like
Mhm.
you feel like you're doing something for your like yourself, or you feel like you're get making is it adding to your like your fun adding to because drawing for everybody has a different feeling. For you, is it when these people see the picture, does it make you feel like so much better that like you drew the person and they actually reacted to it and stuff like that?
Yeah, because like they don't have to message me. They don't have to talk to me because they're stars, they're celebrities. Um, but yeah, it's nice to like for them to stop and see what I did, and it's nice that I can make their day. Because like the deathmatch fighters, they go through twice as much crap behind the
Mm,
scenes. With the healing process and stuff.
yeah. I was joking with my coworkers. I said, if I was a deathmatch wrestler, would you guys freak out if I came in with like a black and blue and a scars on my arms? They were like, yeah, we would start wondering if your parents abuse you and beat you up. And I'm like,
Well, yeah, because like I mean, they go through a lot because, like, all that. I mean, I'm currently going through a lot of scars right now with my cat. Will you quit? But, like, they go through twice as much more with in the broken glass and getting smashed up and everything. Yeah.
that's not my bag. I can't. I'll watch it from afar on the clips on Insta or like on YouTube, but I'm like, I can't. I can't. I don't want to. I respect everything they do, all that glass and all that ladders and explosions with Nikki. I love you, girl, but oh my gosh, girl, I saw a clip that she did a move that they both her Nikki jumped off of the scaffold through a thing that looked like light tubes and all kinds of explosions, and it was just insane. Like,
And the Japans, oh, they got some insane stuff. Like Junka side. Oh gosh, he's something. That's why they call him the crazy monkey. Arena Yamashina, she's good. Oh god, and she's still the ultraviolet champion.
wow.
Yeah,
Do
cool.
you like? I know you said you don't get a chance to watch a lot of this stuff because you have like you can't go to a show. But for you, do you get a
Hmm.
chance like does anybody you know see this stuff you do for these people? Like your parents ever say, "Hey, who is this wrestler?" or anything like that?
Yeah, my parents are like, "You do pretty good." Um, my nephew is kind of like blown away about it too.
That's cool. Do you ever think about selling your art or like the pops and stuff like that? Like if you ever like, people like they'll sell their art like at an art show and stuff like that.
Hmm. Um, well, I have tried selling in the past, because like I do also resin art. Um, you stop trying to bite me. Um, and I would like sell them to friends and stuff, and they would try to get it for like next to nothing sometimes. Um, like I had a friend at work that did that, and we are no longer friends.
Mm.
And I was like, I'll just make them as like birthday gifts and Christmas gifts, because I really haven't bought like Christmas gifts in years. I just use my art skills and make them stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I know
like
that probably sounds like a cheapskate move, but hey, it
no.
helps, and at least my gifts come from the heart.
Yeah, and now you can't see it because it's not behind me. But whenever I do my podcast, I'm always looking at me and my grandfather, and now Miss
Hmm.
Rose. So like forever, I will be looking at something of yours that you made for me on my desk. So you see, you can't see your art, but I'm looking at it every episode. Like right now, as I'm talking to you, one eye's on you,
Hmm.
the other eye's on me and my grandfather and Miss Rose. Like so, it's kind of like I'm looking at your art every time I do something. Like I mean, so
Yeah.
so like who's on you? You said you have a list. I always send you somebody. You're like I'm gonna add him to my list. So who exactly is on like a short list for you of people you're gonna do into like a picture or a pop?
Well, um, I still have the ones you sent me, like the UK ones and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Um, um, what was the question again?
Oh no, I'm saying like if how people always have like a top five. Who is like on your top five list of wrestlers that you want to make into like your draw, or
Hmm.
the people that you have on your list, or people that you want to add to the list and you haven't done it yet? That's what I'm saying.
Oh, mainly the ones from like AAA, Mexico.
Okay.
I know, I keep bringing that up. um, I really want to do a father and a son. I'm about to do that now. Eventually. Um, uh, they're no longer in. They passed away. And I want
Hmm.
to like draw them together. It's called they're Paraguayo Junior and Senior.
Hmm. Have you ever thought
But
of
I
doing
am eventually getting rid of the tag team drawings that I've done in the past, because lately a lot of the ones that I've already drawn, they broke up.
Oh
Uh,
no, it's the Tracy Jinx. Oh no.
Alley Catch and Alley Catch and Iffy, they've already Alley Catch turned on Iffy at Fight Club already, and I'm like, I just drew you two together, and you did
I met him. He's a nice guy.
that.
Effie's super sweet. You would love Effie. He's so
Oh,
funny.
Effie, I love his pink jacket. Yeah,
Did you
because
see the
pink is my
picture on
favorite color.
Instagram, Tracy? Did you know that I donned that pink jacket?
You replicated it, or you
No,
actually
I
got?
donned it. I
Oh, you don't.
asked him. I asked one of the girls that was taking pictures. I asked, "Hey, can I put the jacket on?" And she ran over to Effie, the
Mm-hmm.
girl that was holding the jackets, and she was like, can Joe put the jacket on?" And he's like, "Yeah." So when she was running away to the jacket, I hear him yelling in the distance, "You better give it back!" he said more than that. You better effing bring it back.
Wait, Allie said that to
No,
you?
Effie.
Oh, Effie.
You better effing bring it back. Give it back when you're done. And I was like, yeah,
Can
no
you imagine
worries.
if you actually walked out of there with it?
I think you would have kicked my ass.
Probably.
And I don't know how not a thorn. What they would say, I'm like a sore thumb, like a turd in a punch bowl. People would like
Stick out like a sore thumb.
yeah. Why is Joe wearing a pink leather
Spike
jacket?
jacket like that. You can see that coming from a mile away.
You're like,
All the
Joe,
bright
where did you get
colors.
that? Look like Bret the Hitman Hart on steroids. Why is explain, Joe, why are you wearing a pink leather jacket with spikes on it? I just thought it looked so cool. And besides, Tracy, it's like anything you see anywhere. It's like, and it wasn't light. If you put that on, Tracy, it feels it's a real leather jacket.
So
Real.
it's like heavy.
Oh yeah. I did this. I threw it in the air. Cause you know when you put on a big jacket, you throw it in the air and pray for your arms to get into the armholes. So I put
Oh,
it
like toss it up and then let it
yeah.
fall
I want to
onto
make it
you.
look cool.
Yeah.
I threw it in the air and I put my arms out and it went in my arms and the jacket fell and hit me in the shoulders and I was like, bruh. I was like, "Phew."
Did the spikes get you at all?
No, it's just the shoulders of the jacket just like
Oh, okay.
fell on my shoulders. I was like, oh, damn. And I posed in the jacket. I did the point. I did the Joe Panther point. And I had it on Instagram as my picture for a while. I have to see if I could find it again and post it. I think I did. It's somewhere on my page or on the Insta page. But yeah. So like we went into talking about your drawings and how you feel about being the artist. Have you had anybody that you don't know that watches wrestling that like follows your drawings? Have you ever met anybody like out in public and go, "Oh my god, you're Tracy the girl that girls that does the pops and the wrestlers."
No.
Oh,
Like I said, I'm just an average girl. They don't
mm.
even know what I do. Not even
Wow.
at my job. They don't even know. Yeah.
Well, now you know. Now
Now they know
you
about my TikTok because I do cosplay. My coworker found out that I do cosplay, and she was like, "Well, you got a lot of followers on there."
hey, and you were on Ghost Head
Yeah.
Nerd Talk. What does it feel like to be on like this is technically your second podcast? What's it feel like to be on your second podcast?
Yeah. Because like, well, it kind of felt weird because like I don't talk a lot, unless I like really know that person. Because like I said, I'm not good at giving speeches. I can't give speeches, and I'm not good at being in the spotlight. I'm
Mhm.
more like rather be in the background.
It's like TikTok. You have to be on camera because it will be a weird video of you just standing in the background moving
Yeah,
around. It'd be like dun, dun, dun,
but
dun, dun.
that's why I got into cosplay because I wanted to like break away from that and
Mm,
be at and talk more.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, when you're doing your drawings, do you have any music playing in the background? Do you have like the wrestler's theme song? Like, how do you get yourself in the zone to draw these pictures of the wrestlers?
Well, I mostly have like my favorite music playing. Lately, it's been rock and roll, but I listen to a lot, everything. I even listen to music in Spanish. I've even listened to music in Japan. Um, I listen to baby metal. Yeah, because
Really?
they're three Japanese girls and they sing heavy metal, but they're high. They're high pitched, and
Okay.
that's not normal in heavy metal.
No, that's why I had to go in my head. I'm like cartoon version of me that's over my head's going. Explain, explain yourself, girl.
Yeah, and it's Japanese lyrics. So can
Oh
you imagine
wow.
that with a heavy metal beat? Yeah.
So it's like them cursing, but it's a Japanese. That's a brain scrambler right there. Huh? Like,
Yeah.
wow. Wow.
um but yeah, I listen to all, and then sometimes if I don't feel like listening to music, I'll put on like a movie, or something.
Mm, okay. So, um, if my fans want to follow you on social media, how can they find you?
Well, you can find me on Facebook, but I don't really post much on there except for like videos and stuff. That's just straight Tracy Jackson. But my real stuff is on Instagram. Uh, that's moonlight.charms2016. And then under that's my real name, Tracy.
Awesome. Um, Tracy, before we go, if there was any kids that they draw and they feel like
Mhm.
sometimes their art is not worth it, what kind of advice would you give them on their on drawing?
Well, just take it one day at a time because every artist is different. It's like that with wrestlers too. Every wrestler is different. You're not gonna have the same style because like I'm still learning myself. I used to not be able to draw hands. I can draw hands a little good but not excellent, you know, and just have fun with it because really there kind of really isn't any rules in art. You just have fun with it.
Awesome. Tracy, I want to
I've
thank
had
you.
teachers try to tell me that's not true though,
Okay.
that there are rules and that you got to follow.
Yeah, I break the rules by drawing my character the Bolt. He's about 5'9". You see my picture, a little slits his eyes. I've changed it all over the time, so
Yeah.
now he's more like a human eye with a little weird slit over the top. Everybody's like, "What the hell is that big slit over his eyes?" So it's like this slit human eye with a slit, and I'm like, ask Spawn. He will break you with his chain. Like, oh, ask this giant guy with these red eyes. Why does his eyes have a slit? The chain's about to come out the jacket, and oopsie, ambulance. Goodbye. Blood's everywhere.
Well, and I think Bob Ross quoted that there's always happy mistakes, you know.
I did that because when I was thinking of something creepy, Tracy, when I was thinking about my character, I was thinking of like creepy. Like, if I was in a dark alley for some damn reason and I saw something drop from a building and land behind me, the first thing I would think is his eyes have to look like something that somebody would be like, "Well, I'm leaving," or "Oh, fuck, I'm about to die." Like, you would think of traditional eyes, like an eyeball, you would see, like, something like this, and it's looking at you, and then the eyes are, like, red like my
Kind of like a
glasses.
like a giant eye or something.
Like 2 giant eyes just staring at you, just and you can't
Are
see
they
his
like
emotion.
creature eyes or
Yeah,
regular
kinda like
eyes?
almost like Alien.
Alien. Oh,
Almost like
well,
alien
there's
eyes
different
like
types of
this.
alien eyes. There's the pure black eyes.
Yeah. But they're red, and they're like slits, but at the
Oh,
ends
red.
now, they're like eyeballs. So, like, his eye is here and here, and the top is just I don't
Hmm.
know, it's his part he only could see he sees like a human, so he could see here, but the top is just a decoration. Like, it looks like the Joker saying, "Wanna know how I got my scars?" It's like an extra.
Got that big slit mouth. Yeah.
Yeah, and he wears a mask, my guy, so you can't see his mouth. You can see the outline of his
Hmm.
lips when he's talking, but other than that, you can't. So, Tracy, I want to thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to have you on because you've done so many awesome things for wrestlers, and I want my fans to know about you, so that's why I brought you here. So it's so cool to have you. So before we go, one last thing. With it being thankful for Wrestling Month, what are you thankful for for within wrestling?
I guess I'm thankful for a lot of things, but one being my health. Because like there's not a lot of people that have that going on, and after the pandemic, it was terrible.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And we lost so many loved ones to the
Oh my
pandemic,
gosh.
and it's sad.
It was so it
Hmm.
like I go to a program and everybody that I know was either sick or getting sick. But this is a happy thing. We all love wrestling. Um, thank you again, Tracy. I'm Joe Panther the third. Your turn.
And I'm Tracy.
and we will catch you in the next